From the Wayne County Courthouse in Goldsboro, North Carolina, Wayne Goldsboro Television brings you the meeting of the Wayne County Board of Commissioners. The meeting begins shortly with an agenda briefing, then the regular meeting will begin soon after. Please stand by for the Wayne County Board of Commissioners meeting.
Good morning, everyone. We're here to discuss our agenda. We'll have the call to order, invocation by Commissioner Ray Mayo. It's a pledge of allegiance by Commissioner George Wayne Aycock. Approval of the minutes. We've got the Board of Commissioners on May 3rd, as well as Board of Equalization and Review for April the 19th and May 3rd, and the Wayne County Board of Adjustment for May 3rd. So we've got 4 minutes that we need approval on. Any adjustments to the agenda?
Let me look. We do need a closed session, but that's on there. One addition is we would like to add Asthma Awareness Month, a proclamation for that. And is that what you're giving out now, Marshall?
Okay, Asthma
Awareness
Month.
Month proclamation. And I think that's, yes, I would just put that on the consent agenda.
Okay, without any objections, we're going to add that to the consent agenda. Well,
And that's the only thing we have that's an addition.
so that'll be item 5 on the consent agenda. Okay, well, we do have an appointment committee. Do we have?
Yes, we do.
Okay. 9:15, we'll have public comments. Unfinished business, motion to name the service road from NC 581 south to NC State Road 1237. And we are drawing that from the hat, which I understand our clerk has. And who do we have to make that drawing? We will have you make that drawing, if that'll be okay. No, I don't want the chairman definitely does not want to draw that. Okay. After that, we'll go to the consent agenda. A contract, I'm gonna let Mr. Wood go through this consent agenda items.
The first one is the contract with Nunn, Brashears and Uzell. This is, we have a 3-year agreement with them, and so this is the next year on that agreement. You've technically already approved everything, but we do approve them individually. Next thing is Emergency Medical Services Week in Wayne County proclamation. I think, Tommy, you'll handle that. And then we have an appointment of Philip Shiver to fill an unexpired term on the Southeastern Wayne Sanitary District Board. We then have some budget amendments. Allison, if you'll go through those.
First one is for the Veterans Department. This is to appropriate grant funds received. The Sheriff's Office for $1,872.80. This is your controlled substance money coming in. For DSS, $7,486. This was to cover unanticipated repairs to a fleet vehicle and to cover additional fleet management costs. For IT, $6,803. This is basically just an accounting entry. It was coded to a repairs and maintenance line item, and it should have been capitalized as a fixed asset.
Excuse me, can we go back to?
Yes, sir.
416?
Okay.
And that is for body work and so forth to a fleet vehicle?
Right.
Do we not get reimbursement on any insurance on that?
We do. I'm not sure it was I'm not sure it was related to an accident. I could find out for you. It might have been just some body work that they found when they went in for their regular repairs and maintenance. Because with our fleet management fund, they're doing a lot more preventive maintenance checks. So it may have been something that came up during the course of that.
Chair,
Yes.
don't quote me, but I believe I remember hearing that this was just wear and tear. There's a lot of those vehicles that have over 200,000 miles on them. So sometimes when you go in, you know, you find
Find
things
more
that,
things.
yeah, front end struts, all this kind of stuff. So if I remember correctly, I believe that was not as a result of.
Okay, so it wasn't an accident.
That's my memory, okay?
All right.
Which, I don't know if you trust that or not.
Good explanation.
Thank you.
You're welcome. For the sewer, $66,151. This was a vehicle that was purchased, from the facilities fund, and it really should have been coded to the sewer fund. So we are moving that vehicle to the correct fund. It's actually a sewer, it's a pump truck. For the sheriff's office, $7,180. This is to appropriate monies received from Gov Deals, sale of assets. For 911, $14,000. This is to appropriate monies for, additional monies for overtime. They've had increased vacancies in this department, so they've had to increase the overtime in this department to cover those vacancies. For EMS, $48,000, and there is a memo behind this one. They've had an increase in cost on their medical supplies, so we've had to adjust that line item accordingly for those price adjustments.
And you will see this going up in the new budget also. It's just, you remember we talked about our hospitalization, how pharmacy costs had jacked up so much, and that's what a lot of this is. We had cases where some of it had gone up 30 and 50% on some drugs.
Well, also, your call volume would
You're right. It's
cause that to go up also.
That's right.
Especially at Norcan.
For the sheriff's office, $6,000. This is to reappropriate some prior year donations that they received for the K-9 unit, and that reappropriation wasn't done when we first opened up the year, so we're taking care of that. For cooperative extension, this is some budget adjustments they're making to cover their line items for the rest of the year as we're nearing towards the end of our fiscal year. There's some line items that they had some excess in that they could cover the ones that had shortages, so that's what this budget amendment is for. And then we have one for animal control, and this is for donations received for $135.
Okay, and then item 5 is the proclamation that we've added. So those are the items on the consent agenda. Moving on to new business, Wayne County Internet Broadband Initiative and Survey Presentation.
Yeah, we're gonna have Chip. Chip is here. Oh, go ahead, Chip.
Yes, just,
He's gonna give you an update on it.
give an update on the broadband survey initiative that we're having here in the county that's running through July. I'll go into further detail in the meeting straightforward.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
Chief, I just had one question.
Yes, sir.
Are we working through what agency or the state agency?
State agency, we've got, it's information technology with the state.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, I'm gonna mention
It's
that.
a state project.
Yeah,
We gauge public interest with a survey. We map the results of that survey, and we return those results back to the state, and they will negotiate with internet service providers to try to improve our broadband coverage.
But the bad thing is, if I recall, there's only one guy, Keith.
That is correct. One person for the entire state of North Carolina.
yeah, and is his name Jeffrey Sorrell?
Keith Conover is his
Yeah,
name.
Conover.
Yeah, what, reason I'm saying is that at Eastern Carolina Council meeting the other night, we had a presentation. Jeffrey Surrell, S-U-R-A-L, he is the director of the State Broadband Infrastructure Office presentation, and he was telling us, showing us about the different counties that he's working with. But from what he said is that there's really not much funding right now. That's fairly new for the state that the governor set up. So, but there is a contact there. I'm just making a suggestion if we need some additional information.
I think that's slightly a different project. This project is the state negotiating directly with ISPs to try to improve. If we can show the need for improved coverage, and we can show a willingness of the public to pay for increased coverage, then they will try to negotiate to improve that infrastructure with antennas or different devices that they can, tower locations, additional tower locations to improve the broadband width in the county. It's not really a grant program or anything to improve it. It's just a needs-based type of system.
Okay, thank you.
How's the response been online for the survey so far?
So far, there's about 240 responses total. Probably 1 or 2 call-ins by phone. I have not collected any paper surveys back. The libraries are collecting those, tax office. But I would like to have a lot more participation.
I would too.
Didn't,
I would like to have about 2,000 at least.
didn't some of the sanitary districts approve, putting the
If-
mail outs in there?
I went to him, and he was going to go to the boards and come back to me, and if he does, then I'll have it printed and delivered to him.
I've talked to one board member from Southeastern, and they approved to do the mail outs, and also they went ahead and approved if any of their water tanks were suitable for
Right.
towers, that they're in agreement to have,
Right.
to work
As
with.
soon as he lets me
But
know.
that's the only one that I've heard from.
Yeah, if he lets me know, I can have them printed in 2 days. I sent 19,000 copies, notices of the survey out to every school child in Wayne County. And that went through the IT director for the county school system. So supposedly those went out yesterday, or they probably hit the schools yesterday. It was delivered last week.
Well, good.
Yeah.
All right, and the next item is motion
Are
to
you-
approve North Landing.
Are you through?
I got the next item.
Oh, okay, all right. Sorry about that.
He's got the next item.
Okay.
Motion to approve North Landing, Section 3, final subdivision plat.
Yes, sir, it's 43, or 41 lot subdivision, got 1 open space area, extension of 1 existing street, an addition of 2 new streets, Northfield Drive, Northfield Place. It's located off of Church of God Road. It's 1/2 mile east of its intersection with Sawston Road. Property is zoned CA for height restrictions. Average lot size in the subdivision is about 23,000 square feet. They will utilize public water and on-site sewer. Property is, improvements are completed, and the NCDOT built to standards letter was submitted to the county. And the developer has signed a statement on the plat regarding the maintenance of the street and right-of-way until accepted on the secondary state road system. It is within the Charles B. Aycock, Norwayne Middle, Northeast Elementary School District, serviced by Belfast Paytown Sanitary District, Paytown Fire Department, EMS Station 5. It is within Goldsboro MPO for transportation planning. It is not within a water supply watershed. There's no voluntary ag districts present and no wetlands present, and it is within Board of Commissioners District 5. This plat went before the planning board and was approved, and they recommend approval.
Okay, any questions of Chip? I'm sorry, Mr. Crawford. All right, item 3 is a motion to approve budget amendments for hospitalization and large budget amendments.
Good morning.
Good
We
morning.
have a budget amendment for $600,000, and this is to appropriate monies, additional monies for our hospitalization fund. And this is consistent with what Mark III reported on earlier in the year with our increase in health insurance costs. So we've done our projections through the end of the year, and this is what we need to cover that fund through 2016, June 2016.
And you're transferring this out of,
We're taking it out of our general fund.
out of
So
our
you see the
general?
600,000 twice, and that is because it's moving from one fund to another fund.
I thought we had reserves in the
We
hospitalization.
do, but we don't wanna take them down that low. So we felt like this was the prudent thing to do here. And most of our employees are in the general fund, so we felt like we should do it here.
Okay, any questions? That was easier than I thought.
Yeah, I got some thoughts, but I'm gonna keep them to myself.
Then we got county manager's comments. Oh, I'm sorry, there's nothing else that we're going to have under new business?
That's it.
Okay. County manager's comments, board of commissioners' comments. We will be having a closed session. And then we're having tour and a lunch at Wayne Net facility at New Hope, on New Hope Road. With that in mind, I suppose we can go into closed session
Right.
for the purpose of,
Discussing matters that require attorney-client privilege.
okay, do I have a motion, we go into closed session? All right, got a motion, all those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Okay, we're going to closed session.